Adisuwa Osa Uwagie again on the program Woman to Woman. I'm so happy to be with you today. What is happening in homes these days? Why are women moving out of their homes? Why are men beating up their wives? Why are children fighting amongst themselves? You know, the rate of domestic violence in our society these days is alarming. You people have to be calming down. You know that little boy, mommy, be calming down. You know, we have to calm down. The tension at home is too much. And you as a woman, what are you doing to douse the tension? At least they said the woman makes a home. The woman makes what her marriage should look like. The woman is the home builder. There's so many things on the woman's head, in her head, and of course on her shoulders. The woman is doing quite a lot. So what is the role of a woman in the home, particularly where there is cases of domestic violence, whether from the man or the woman or amongst the children? That's what we want to look at today, how to douse tension at home, the role of the woman. And I have with me Didi Ekpeyong, and we're going to be talking together on this. She's a public affairs commentator, she's an analyst, she's just there doing her thing, and of course she's a voice when it comes to matters that concerns the woman. Hello, Didi.
Thanks for having me.
You're looking great this afternoon. You're talking as if you're shy, as if I don't know Didi. I know you well. All right, Didi, looking at domestic violence, you know, the rate at which it's happening in homes is getting quite alarming. One morning you see a man throwing the wife's things out. The next morning you're seeing a woman actually packing her things by herself. Oh, I'm not going to stand this beating alone. I'm not going to stand this alone. All of that. So Didi, what's happening? Domestic violence.
Well, let me talk like a church minister. Maybe it's the end time.
Okay, the end time.
On a more serious note, I think a lot of factors are contributing to it. The state of our economy, mental health of people. Now we are talking about Nigeria now.
Yeah.
You know, there's no enough testing to know the mental state of an individual. So things are just happening and we are just thinking, oh, this person is just wicked, this person is just this. There are so many things contributing to it. Stress, many things. So you can't really say this is it. There are many things that contribute to someone.
Okay, you talk about finance. Yes. How does finance contribute to domestic violence? Because in some homes the women work, the man works too.
Okay, look at something that let's look at this case scenario. Something happened within the week. An information came. They said workers, civil servant salaries in Nigeria is going to be slashed into two. Because there's recession, there's economic recession in Nigeria.
How true is that?
Now,
rumor.
There's no truth, just mere rumor.
Just mere rumor. You know,
but you could see people flaring
already
up.
agitated.
In my office, we were like, "For what? What is happening? Why should you do it? How much do you want? The take home pay is not even enough." People were like, I was like, calm down.
And they've not even heard from the government.
We've not heard from. What is making you so? People were agitated. They were like, some were furious. I was like, my God.
I'm sure some
like
just have a bad day.
Anything about money now makes an average Nigerian to start opening their eyes like, what is it again? What is going on?
You see why women should be empowered.
And look, the truth is, with the pandemic that we've been going through, this coronavirus thing, the economy is actually having issues and we all know. Let's stop pretending that we don't know what's going on. It can't be like before, you know. So we should look for plan B, however way you're going to add to your income.
What is that plan B? Because look at it this way, we're talking about finance now. Anyway, Christmas is around the corner, and a lot of women are already drawing out lists. Oh, I want to buy this, I want to buy that.
Let's stop kidding ourselves.
No, I'm telling you for real.
We're talking about drawing lists.
Some women have already drawn their lists. Some are in the process of drawing their lists. Some are they are dotting the I's and crossing the T's already.
Okay.
And then you're putting the list in the face of the man.
No,
this is what we need for Christmas.
Plan.
And you ask the man not to.
Look, it's not bad to plan.
Okay.
I want to believe they are just planning. you know, you have to draw up your scale of preference. So it's not bad if they are planning. But for you to go like, oh, there are some things, maybe some luxury things you just need, and look, you have to cut it down. It's not happening. Because nobody knows what will actually happen tomorrow. The signs are there. We have to be very careful with the money we have. You know, we can't just be spending as usual. It's not like, you know, money as usual coming in. You know, it's not coming in like that anymore.
You know, a few days ago, I was talking to a colleague of mine. You know, he was looking really not, I don't want to use the word sad, but he was unhappy. And I was like, guy, why are you like this? And, Christmas, Christmas, And I said, what has Christmas got to do with your mood? He said, look, I'm thinking of what I'm going to buy. I'm thinking of this. I said, calm down, man. You don't need all of that. You know, some persons just put serious problems on their shoulders for nothing. Oh, my neighbors are already making plans.
But
what has your neighbor's life
as of January, you knew Christmas will come. If you were keeping aside, let's say 1,000 or 500 towards that Christmas that you are planning to celebrate, like there's no other thing coming, it's just Christmas. Look, it's all about planning. Oh, you want to sew those beautiful clothes for your children or order for or buy. Look, you start planning from there. You don't wait. This is November ending. Yeah, we're already in December and you're not talking about, hey, how do I mean, are you serious? Are you for real?
In December, for goodness sake.
So, I mean, you can't just get up. Except, well, maybe you have some cash.
Why do people wait to the die minutes?
It's the
you know, the culture of saving. A lot of women don't save.
They should start imbibing it because your husband, you can't make it without saving.
Your husband
you can't make it without planning.
You know there are some women that get upkeep money every week. At least every Monday, every Sunday, or whatever day they choose, you get upkeep money for upkeep. Some get monthly. Okay? Some get like maybe every 2 weeks or thereabout. And then you see when you see some women in the market, you'll be surprised. They actually came to shop, you know, buy things, maybe things for soup or whatever. And then maybe sausage roll will pass. Come. Meatballs will pass. Come. And then they buy things that they really don't need. You spend everything because they call it upkeep money. Doesn't mean you should spend everything at a go. You don't have to save. Some women don't have a savings. Some don't even know how to go about it. In fact, the money comes,
you know, I don't want to sound like I'm being biased or anything, but a woman is actually the homemaker. You're the one that is actually supposed to be there. When the man said, honey, there's no money anymore. You say, no, I have some 10,000 somewhere. I have some. That's how it used to be in those days. So I don't know what's happening now.
I don't know.
You know, before a man would go like, there's no money for this morning. I was hoping on. You say, no, honey, don't worry. I saved up some.
But these days, women are not like, so supportive anymore. I was asking a woman the other day, they said, look, I will not use my money to buy a stick of match. My husband has to provide everything. And I said, what went wrong? He said, I can't be contributing. And the man is busy using the extras that he have to, like, you know what it is, do man thing.
What it is. You don't assume.
I think you've
not seen him doing that, so don't assume.
Well, she felt that the man was using the extras he gets to, like, you know, spend on other women and all of that. For such a woman to make that kind of a statement, she must have seen something or sensed something or heard something.
So such men, they don't help because the women now become they'll become very like uncooperative. They won't want to like see what they could do to assist in any way. They'll be thinking of themselves in case this happens.
So tell us, what are the reasons why you think a woman is not supportive anymore? And one of the women did say that when a man cheats, that it could be very painful. The woman will fight. The woman will make sure that the man does not have peace in the house. And some men don't even see it as an issue when they are cheating on their wives.
So when the rage of a woman
they see it as a man's thing, the boy's thing. And then when a woman hears, a woman does not even want to see. When she hears, God helps you if she sees it.
Even if when there's a phone call and it's a female voice, she doesn't even need to like
she doesn't need to verify
or just a single sign that something like that may be going on is enough to tick off a woman.
The peace of that home will disappear. It will be jeopardized, and there will be fight, and the woman gets beaten or gets maimed Or even the man, some women beat their husband.
Yes, yes.
So women are very strong, or the man will beat the husband. But who suffers when all of this is happening in the home? Who suffers?
Everyone. Even the society suffers. The community suffers. Your neighbors, they suffer. So it doesn't stop just in your home. When it happens, you'll be thinking it's just my wife and I. It's affecting everybody, the kids. If you have sisters, aunties, whoever living with you, it's affecting them. You can't see their emotional state. You are dealing with them. Your neighbors, they are traumatized. Look, some of them will start guarding against that kind of thing happening, and they'll bring some kind of strict rules. If it's a wife in another, as a neighbor, she'll start going like, maybe I have to look out for my own husband. It's affecting them. If this could happen to my neighbor, maybe I have to start monitoring my husband or monitoring my wife. It's the entire society. So it's not just, it doesn't just stop. Then the cost of even treating a traumatized person, you know, in the hospitals, if the person has been bullied in the home and it's being treated in the hospital, I mean, we are spending money treating. So we are telling on the economy, you're telling on, it's affecting everybody. So you don't feel it's just inside your house.
So cheating,
it doesn't stop there.
We've talked about finance being one of the reasons. We'll talk about cheating. Now let's look at verbal abuse.
That's the worst.
Another woman did say that for her, verbal abuse was the problem, that the husband does not beat her. She would have preferred that the husband hit her or something. He said, but the man can abuse for Africa. That when the man starts, there's no end to it. He will use everything and anything, whether mistakes of the past, the present, and even the future, the one that will happen, you know, as a prophet. The man will use all of this and abuse her. And when he abuses her, those words demoralizes her.
Mental torture will come in.
She suffers
torturing
torture,
her mentally.
But the man does not think that he has done anything out of the ordinary to the woman.
It's just a sad story, but it happens, and nobody really needs to hang around that kind of torture.
But people do. Women do.
Maybe you have to get help. Get some counseling. Let the man be counseled. You must reach out. You must try and get help. You can't sit in a place and just be receiving it. One day you will lose it, and what you do to the man, you won't even believe it. So people don't know. Everybody have their elasticity limit. You keep giving it to the woman. One day a wise one will just get up and say, I can't take this, and walk away. But it's not all of them that can walk away. One could just pick a knife and ends it. Is either she's ending her own life or she's ending your own. But you brought it on. So it's going on, but you're reading it now in the papers, you're seeing it online, women just getting up and doing things to the men before they could take it and just go like, hey, na so man they be, you know.
So to what point can a woman endure verbal abuse, financial abuse?
There's no reason why it should come up.
Even sexual abuse.
Look, there's this critique. You could criticize someone. We say critique or whatever. It's naturally, as humans we do that.
Yes.
But there's a level it gets to that you know that it becomes an abuse. So I mean, there's a way you can just be running some kind of talk on somebody, and it's okay to advise somebody or to say, I've noticed certain things about you. Your manner of approach matters, but when you just go head on, like the person battering somebody with your words, and it's like it's no longer, there's something else involved. It's no longer you trying to correct someone. You're just out to batter the person verbally, and I mean,
but some men just they take delight in battering their wives. In fact, they actually see their wives as morons, if I may use that word, okay? They see them
so as, you that is wise, you went after a moron. You didn't see a better person to go after. You went after a moron to marry. So what are you now saying? That means you're a bigger moron, because if you could see a stupid woman and you felt that stupid woman would be good enough for you, that means you're more stupid. That's how I see it.
It's rather sad how we allow things to degenerate. Yes, people do make mistakes. You know, if you don't, like some men, why do women fight their men over finance? Some men do not declare what they have. Okay, some men are very evasive when it comes to what they earn, how they earn it, what they have. You know, I know somebody who can actually go out and can eat like 1, 2, 3, or 4 wraps of what do you call that in a barbecue fish, you know, and then you get home and say, I don't have money. There's no money. You know, how do you expect
it calls for a
your wife will
total
fight you.
change of attitude towards your wife, towards the people around you. Because if you take time to study that particular man, it's not limited to just the wife. He's not doing that to just the wife. If you go to his workplace, he's having issues. It's a character change that he needs, attitude change. In fact, he needs to go back to his mother's womb and be born, given birth to again.
How possible?
Washed.
How possible? But you know that sometimes too, it could also be the woman's fault.
Yes.
Because people have said that this our mouth, oh, this our mouth cannot stay in one place. You know, when you tell a woman one, the woman goes cho 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 cho, like, you know, like a manual typewriter, sort of tup 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 tup.
But you should know that naturally a woman has the tendency of just running her mouth.
Talk, yes.
So as a man, you should be more in control. If you can't take it, walk away. Later on, you could call the one, but dear, my wife, but this thing that you did, you know, over ice cream, oh, don't something do it without ice cream. Yes. Okay. Don't just call her with nothing, because you might get more. So just get ice cream, just get some nice things.
But for goodness sake, she's supposed to be a wife.
You know, you're supposed to pamper your wife actually. You know.
No, she's supposed to be a matured woman here who is supposed to like take care of her. Why should you pamper that woman?
You have
Some men will do that.
You have
but they would rather pamper their side chicks. I don't know where this thing. I don't know how to draw the boundary now. A man has got a wife at home. He does not open the car door for his wife. He does not.
Chick is like,
you know, he does not open the car door for his
come
wife.
Along. You open
the wife cannot. Yes, the wife cannot talk to him.
We even carry a handbag.
Yes, but with the side chick, they do a lot of loving, a lot of.
So they actually have it in them to love, but they just choose not to love.
So when did that wife? When did that wife grew old, that you cannot show love to that wife again? Well, what happened? You know, I used to like wonder when women come and complain that okay, he does this for the other girl, does that, but you cannot do that for your own wife.
Well, I think it's starting from the time of courtship. What were you doing in courtship? What was sustaining the relationship? After the wedding, did you continue? Consistency, did you continue with it? Or you just felt, I've married already? Even the women, they'll go like, we've married already. Some women won't even do what I have on now. They'll go like, how can you be carrying this kind of, leave it for the younger ones. Yes, the younger ones are on this kind of thing, and they're getting the attention of your own husband.
To avoid
you are busy telling yourself, no, I can't wear this, it's transparent. But your husband is busy admiring the one that another lady is wearing.
But you know that there are some clothes you wear as a married woman that can bring wahala in the house.
Of course.
Because when you wear those clothes, the man is like, how
dare you, a married woman?
Dress like this, but he's busy admiring another woman who's wearing that same kind of thing. What is wrong? What is wrong? You're busy, you're admiring somebody else, but you don't want your wife to dress like that because she is a wife. She's not a chick anymore. Who says because she's a wife she should not look nice?
I think we should stop looking at them like, oh, they've given birth, they are now like old women or something.
Oh, you need fresh blood to rejuvenate, Abby?
Yes. Yeah, as I said, those things you were doing while you were courting should continue. You have to work on it. You can't stop working on your relationship. Once you stop, the devil will come in. You can't tell me that you have a farm. You planted some seeds, maybe okra or pumpkin or something, and you're not watering it.
You're not weeding.
You're not weeding. Weeds are coming out, you're not weeding. Then, you know, you can't tell me that you just leave it like that. Let it be overgrown with weeds and it's going to come out fine. No, you have to keep tending it. How do they say it? You have to keep grooming it. You have to keep, it's two ways. The woman, you have to keep doing it for the man. The man, you have to keep doing it for the woman. Except you're not ready for it, don't go in. We need a lot of counseling in Nigeria. Anybody can just get up and go and get married. There was a case of a young man that came to me. His wedding was just around the corner, and meanwhile he was telling me there's nothing, he's not thinking of even marrying now, he's not even ready. You've not married her yet, you're already denying her. So we need to talk to our young ones. We don't know what is happening. How were our mothers talking to us in those days? What is happening? Is it that we are not doing it to our own kids anymore? Our mothers
were very subservient.
So what?
Our mothers were very subservient. Maybe that was why they didn't have too much case of domestic violence. They were very subservient. At least I remember my parents, when my father would call, she would answer, sir, you know, yes, sir. It sounds funny.
To go back to that
you know, it's like the man calls and it's not even sweetheart or that. It's like, mama somebody.
And they were happy to be called mama somebody. Yes. And they'll just be happy that, that their husband is even calling them.
Yes.
So I think that's respect.
And the woman runs, and the woman runs to the man. The man gets his food.
So the man was doing a lot of the loving, and the woman was being submissive and was respecting her husband. Many women now don't respect their husbands anymore.
Bam. That is exactly what I want you to.
So it's bringing a lot of issues.
And,
Respect.
And men will fight.
Submission.
Because from what I heard, what a man needs is for you to like give him maximum respect. But then how does that man earn the respect? Because some men want to lord it over the woman. How does that man earn the respect? You know, in those days, the women hardly work.
Yes, it was the man. It was a thing of pride to actually be able to take care of your wife and your children, and even your extended family,
or even wives.
You know, or wives.
You know, the man provides, and then the woman does all the house thing. But these days, the man works, the woman works. Imagine the scenario. Okay, a girl moved out of the house. Why? He said, is she a servant? Did the man marry a maid? She came back from work. The man was already in the house. She came back later than the man.
Orientation.
And
people
then
should go into counseling.
And the man expected her to like rush into the kitchen, make food and all of that. That was just what brought about the breakup in that marriage.
I went through counseling before marriage, and it was rubbish. When I sit down to remember the kind of counseling I had, I would go like, for real? I was in no way prepared.
Wow.
Let's not even go there. And I go like, wow. And these churches are just going about wedding people that know nothing about marriage. Next to nothing about marriage. They just feel, hey, I'm getting married. Excitement, getting married. You don't know anything about what marriage entails. Nothing. You're just saying, I'm marrying. Hey, my mates, they are coming, I'm going to wear wedding gown. So, I mean, let's be wise. It's just that, unfortunately, you can be this good, but the man will still not respect you. All right,
ladies out there, to avoid domestic violence, even when the man is not doing what he's supposed to do, you do what you're supposed to do as the woman. I know that it is difficult. I know that it is hard. But if you can practice it, I do not advocate for divorce or separation and all of that. But if it gets to a point, like what they say, it gets to the breaking point and you see that your life is at risk, I think maybe you should like take a walk or get a separation to go and rethink and see if you can continue with that. We don't want you to die, and we don't also want you to murder, whether by mistake or deliberately. All right, we don't want you to do all that. Domestic violence, the children will suffer. Everybody around you will suffer. Nobody is going to be happy. So with all the shopping list and all of that, do the little that you can. Manage with your man. Just learn to manage. Forget about what your neighbor is doing. That your neighbor gets 100K or whatever. It doesn't matter. Do what you can do within the confines of what you have. And I'm sure you will do good. Thank you, Didi, for being with us. We'll do this again soon. All right, people. We'll see you again. Christmas month. Be careful how you ask for money so that you do not get booze. You know what I mean. Bye-bye.